What do you eat at a German beer garden? Beer gardens originated in Bavaria, but they can be found throughout Germany, from small villages to big cities. It is not hard to find a local brewery with a dark wooden interior for those gray winter months, along with those long wooden outdoor tables for the sunny, warmer months. There's just something special about drinking a beer outside.
Oktoberfest might be over, but beer garden season is all year round in Germany, at least when the sun is out, and it is still out in October. So we're gonna take you to a German beer garden here in the northwest of Germany and show you what kind of typical food you can expect if you come to a German beer garden.
Typical food at a German beer garden can be snack-style dishes that go perfectly with the craving that you will inevitably encounter while downing liters and liters of the best beer Germany has to offer. You could call that a Brotzeit, as many delicious German bread and pretzels are a big part of the beer garden culture. This is typically served with more or less local sausages, and there are a lot of different types of German Wurst. But also very common are potato salads and fried potatoes, and so are a handful of other regional dishes. If you are really hungry, there are of course the larger dishes to enjoy, like a schnitzel. Schnitzel is probably one of the most popular warm dishes, and there's a variety of schnitzel options. You'll also often find the classic Schweinshaxe as well, which is a pork knuckle. These are so good and go with any type of potato on the side. And we are about to try some of the dishes here at this local beer garden.
Welcome to a beer garden here in Germany, and I feel like this is one of the most popular places to go, you know, especially during the summer. It's this outdoor event, there's plenty of seating and stuff, and it's a really fun way to enjoy a drink and be outside when it's warm.
So we're at this place called Am Alten Bahnhof, which translates to at the old train station, and that is because I think it was an old train station. They have this big yellow building which is made out of brick and it looks very nice, definitely a couple hundred years old. We're in Düsseldorf, in Oberkassel, the district of Düsseldorf, across the River Rhine, and it's a brewery as well. A lot of breweries in Germany, typically they have their brewery style beer. Of course it's an old beer here in Düsseldorf, an Altbier. A lot of times you can only order that one beer there in the small glasses and you get it and they refill you all the time. However, I got this Hefeweizen here.
However, he's going against the trend.
Alcohol-free one. A lot of these breweries and beer gardens of course offer food, and there's a little bit of a difference to a standard German restaurants. One of the big differences is they have a big cold food menu. We ordered this selection and I'm gonna just show you in a minute. For now it's just my alcohol-free beer here. Wow, look at that, beautiful.
Wow. Also, in Germany, when you cheers someone, you say Prost, and you must look them in the eye. That's a big thing.
Prost.
Prost.
They say if you don't look them in the eye, you'll have 7 years of bad sex.
And no one wants that. So the food has arrived, and like Phil said, there's a cold and a warm menu. So we're gonna start with the warm stuff. We ended up going with some regional dishes that we haven't really seen on the menu before. This is a Speck-Pfannkuchen with a salad. Salat. This is, Pfannkuchen is pancake, and the German pancakes tend to be a little thinner. Speck bacon is in here as well, and we're just gonna cut this and give it a try. So I have several pieces of bacon on here, and then the Pfannkuchen, the pancake. Let's go, fit it all in.
So that's called a Speck-Pfannkuchen, bacon pancake. And I think it might be regional. I never had a hearty one like that, a savory one.
If you're from the Rhineland area, let us know. We're new to this area, so we're trying a lot of things for the first time. This is my first time ever having a savory pancake like this.
So how is it?
I really like it. This is a good thing. I think of pancake and I immediately think sweet, but
so often the hearty stuff is better than the sweet stuff.
And I think this is perfect with beer because it has that fried element along with the bacon element to it. Let me get another ginormous bite.
If you want to have a sip of beer, feel free.
Let me do that actually. Here, we got some beer.
Oh yeah.
It's alcohol free, but it still tastes like beer. And then we have the Pfannkuchen.
And now the beer police is coming because it's alcohol free.
Dang, this is good. I want to get this more often.
Does this feel like something you want to put ketchup on?
No, it's something...
Barbecue sauce?
No. If anything, I feel like I need to put jelly on it. Is that weird? Dude. Like some type of strawberry jelly and roll it up?
I think it's not weird because they do that kind of with schnitzel, right? With the Johannisbeer sauce. If you have a Wiener Schnitzel, you have a little berry sauce on the side. All right, first time for me trying the bacon pancake, and I grew up on pancakes. My grandma made a lot of pancakes while growing up. Great pancakes, but always the sweet ones. And applesauce was the side of our choice. Now look at that chunk of bacon. That's interesting.
Right?
It's very different than I thought. It's a little bit like when I ate waffles and the fried chicken. I feel like it doesn't really belong together, but it kind of works together.
This is not nearly as sweet. This is like batter around your bacon. I like it a lot.
Well, listen, I'm surprised that this pancake, the non-bacon part, is very close to what my grandma made and we ate with the applesauce. So it is definitely this milky, soft, kind of lukewarm dough texture. And then you really just have a big chunk of bacon all of a sudden. And it kind of works together. I just don't know if I need it together, you know?
Sometimes the best things in life are the things that you don't need.
It's very common in beer gardens to have cooler stuff and like smaller stuff as well, like this halbe Brötchen. It's half a bread roll, just a standard white bread roll with butter on it, and then a good big piece of cheese. You can actually fold it like that.
That's a nice piece of cheese.
So this is very common. We're in the Rhine area in northwest of Germany. In Bavaria you find things more like pretzels. They don't have pretzels here on the menu. Also white sausage. Weisswurst is very common in Bavaria, but beer gardens are very common throughout Germany. It's just that I think Bavaria is the most known. Anyway, very standard bread roll with thick piece of cheese here.
Thick piece of cheese. How was that cheese and bread?
Can't go wrong with it. It's a very soft cheese. I think it's called butter cheese.
Gute Käse. Sehr
That's
lecker.
nice.
That's good to absorb that beer. Now next to absorb the beer, we got some Zwiebel.
It did actually come with mustard. And I think that's also very beer garden, that everything kind of comes with mustard.
Just put some Senf on that. We got some Mittelscharf Senf.
So this thing is called Düsseldorfer Flöns with bread and onions. And the Flöns is this. This is a blood sausage, and it's a solid one, as you can see. It was a round one. I'll show you the inside here.
Oh.
It looks like that. You get 2 slices of bread.
That's like picture perfect butter. That's the emoji butter right there.
Well, let's be honest, this is a lot of butter. And this is definitely a lot of blood sausage for 1 slice of bread.
How do you do that?
And then some onion rings on it.
How is that?
It's pretty decent. So the blood sausage is also very common in this area in Himmel und Erd, which is this warm dish with, what was it, mashed potatoes and fried onions on top of it, right?
Yeah.
It's very strong in taste. Since this type of blood sausage is the cold one right out of the fridge, and it's this kind of texture.
It's like a sausage.
It is not quite as strong in taste as I thought it would be. When a lot of people hear blood sausage, it sounds a little weird. It's obviously pork.
I think in English we would call it black pudding.
Yeah.
They use that in England a lot. I don't know, to make it sound nicer, black pudding.
Hearing blood sausage might be a little less appealing to people if you come here as a tourist and you hear it for the first time. But it actually tastes better than what you imagine. It's a good snack on the side of a beer as well. Makes me also want to drink beer.
I'm gonna put mustard on mine because I'm a big mustard fan in general. So here we go. It's Mittelsenf. Is that too little, too much? I don't know. People are gonna be mad by the way I did this.
Do it here.
All right, so
Load it up.
there we go. Do I smush this? I feel like this needs to be smushed, but maybe you can't. You can't smush it. Here we go. Trying this blood sausage. So the texture isn't what I expected. It's more of like a Leberkäse.
Exactly.
It's very airy. It's not as dense as I thought it would be, but I'm tasting mostly butter and Senf. I don't know, like you said, blood sausage doesn't sound that appealing as a person who doesn't eat blood sausage very often, but it tastes pretty good.
And I think you're right going with the mustard, because blood sausage is known to be one of the sausages that goes best with mustard.
And beer. I want beer now. I don't know, maybe it's just being a beer garden.
Dude, you're changing over the years. Look at this.
What has Germany done?
Before we move on to our next dish, we need you to like the video and subscribe to our channel. It's free. Thank you. And if you want to further support us, you can become a channel member, or you can support us on patreon.com/DeanA'sPhil, where we make additional monthly videos. Shout out to our soulmates, Ricky, Dorian Dino, Lauren Jared, Peggy and Derek, Roger Lupke, Eric Kramer, and Michael Petch. Thank you.
Another dish we have here, which is known, I don't know if it's just known in the northern parts of Germany, or if the south has it as well, but it's called strammer Max. And it's this. It is again slices of bread, 2 of them, with butter on it, then a nice thick layer of cooked ham and a fried egg on top, and it comes with a little side salad and some potato salad as well. I knew this growing up in my region, in the center of Germany, but we do it with Mettwurst instead of ham. This one is with cooked ham, and I think this is the more normal, known version throughout Germany. However, I think the one with Mettwurst is better because Mettwurst has a stronger taste.
Well, give this a try
before
first.
I crap on it, I'm just gonna do it. If you cut a nice piece here, you can see the layers nicely, how it has like a nice layer of bread, and then you have meat and then the egg, and it goes very nicely together. So this still should be very good.
Yeah. To me, this looks like breakfast. This looks like a breakfast food. You have toast with ham and egg. Just add some Bratkartoffel instead of Kartoffelsalat, and that would be breakfast in America.
It's so nice. You can eat it with fork and knife, or you just
I would not
lift
use a
it
fork
up
and
like
knife.
that. Wow, dude, I love egg yolks so much as well, and I think Americans would still call this probably a sandwich, right?
Yeah, open face sandwich.
This is one of the top sandwiches then, because just a fried egg on top of something with meat and bread is one of the best ways to eat it.
Actually, I don't know if we'd call this a sandwich. It's more like a loaded toast.
Loaded toast. Please. So we're gonna give this potato salad a try. I'm gonna be critical.
Because he's the potato. He's the potato Phil.
I'm Potato Phil, and I'm the world's leading expert in potato-based food. It's not my favorite. This one is good, but it's not vinegar-based. It has a bit of mayo on it, like cream-based. There are slices of pickle in it, which is okay.
I like that.
There's no ham or anything in it, and it's just potatoes are just always good on the side of everything.
Wow, wow.
I don't know how often this is ordered in a beer garden, but it's often on the menus, and let me know if you heard about that. Strammer Max.
I'm just gonna eat it with my hands.
Hell yeah.
This might be inappropriate, but let's go.
That looks so good. Go for it. Oh yeah. Strammer Max.
This tastes like breakfast to me. It has egg, ham, butter, and bread. And I feel like it's the perfect thing when you're drinking a lot, you want salt, you want a whole bunch of carbs. This is solid. Good beer garden food.
It's almost like a hangover food, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
But before your hangover, while drinking.
So maybe they're onto something, you know? You're eating the hangover food while you're drinking, and maybe you will never get a hangover at all.
Yeah, that's secure. We figured it out.
I think a fried egg would just work with this. Bacon pancake, fried egg, mustard, maybe a little bit of onion.
There we go.
And then you grab your blood sausage on the side, and this is the ultimate beer garden food.
I feel like you might be drunk eating all the food together with an alcohol-free beer.